Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the New York Mets. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And today's starter, Freddie Peralta. What do you got on him, Chris?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
All right, ready to go here. Pete Crow Armstrong digs in now. And the home opener is underway.
7 o'clock.
Nope, that's away. Whoa.
Next offering misses. Ball 3. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
That smash towards center. And there's one down. Nico Horner will come up to hit.
Nico Horner.
And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Flails at that one. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. In half up to hit.
Whoa.
And Ian swings through it. That one way inside. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. He circles the bases. The Cubs strike first. It's 1-0. So 2 down, and up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And now the 0-1. Back to the mound. He's got it. Tosses to first, and that ends the inning. Back here in Queens. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Edward Cabrera. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him? Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Hot shot to third. Bregman to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Juan Soto now. Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-1.
No.
Hard hit to third. In time to Bush. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first. 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Oh.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
He hasn't wanted the challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Oh, he can't squeeze it.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Bichette leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Hammer, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And up next for New York, Brett Beatty. Inside. Ball 1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Bichette around third and headed home. He scores to tie it up. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Luis Robert. Just missed.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2 on, 2 outs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
The 3-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
This one in the air center field. Crow Armstrong has a beat on it. That is the inning. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Leading off, Michael Busch. First pitch misses.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. Peralta, 29 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. Sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Late with the swing there. Hard on the ground to first. Polanco takes it to the bag. 1 out in the second. And now it's Alex Bregman. This one smoked on its way out of here. He'll circle the bases, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 2-1. 1 down. Swanson digs in.
Ball 1.
Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Got him swinging. 2 outs, base is empty. Moises Ballesteros, the next to hit. And that one hammered. Carrying well. Out of here. A solo shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on.
That's the ball.
Swing and a foul out of play.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
To third. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the second. Marcus Semien up now for the Mets. Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-0. Now a screamer into the outfield. And a quick out, number 1. So digging in, Carson Benj. And there's the strike. That's out to center field. 2 down. So up next, Francisco Alvarez.
Yes.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing can put you right back in this ball game.
1-2 now. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Pete Crow Armstrong.
No, that's a ball.
Check swing. He went. Now 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. He'll touch them all. And they add a run. It's 4-1. Here's Nico Hoerner. Hoerner in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 0-1 down.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters. So he's just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
The 1-2. Got him. Larry Buller brings him up. So up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at-bat. Happ lays off. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
That's a ball.
On a line. And there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Seiya Suzuki.
Whoa.
And that's downstairs. And a count 2-1. Now one missed. Three one, and he couldn't come up with it.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Bush in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Quick move to first. Suzuki back in on a dive. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Suzuki off of first with 2 away. Check swing didn't go. The count now 2-2. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. No throw, safe at second. Man at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Dangerous hitter at the plate in Alex Bregman. He's already homered in this game. Nolan McLean takes over on the mound.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance. Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the third and final game of the series.
Ball one.
In the dirt. Gets it to first. They limit the damage here. Cubbies edge closer on this long ball. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. One up, one down. And now it's Juan Soto. First time up, he grounded to third.
Nope, outside.
Missed
Nope, that's
inside with the curve.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike, but many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
So a man aboard now with one away. And next for New York, Bo Bichette. Just missed. On the ground to third. Slides for the stop. The feed for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here in Queens. And here comes Dansby Swanson. Liner caught it second. One pitch and one out. Next to hit, Moises Ballesteros. He's already homered here in this one. Oh, great stop. Over to first. And they get the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Carson Kelly.
Ball. Up. Ball outside.
Ripped, but it curls foul. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Back here at Citi Field, ready to go, bottom 4. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. There's the strike at the knees. On the ground, right side. Bush steps on the bag. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. And next for the Mets, Brett Beatty.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And that one clips the corner. Outside low, ball 1. outside with a breaking ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
It's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Luis Robert now. Fly to center his first time.
Oh. No.
Slider right there. Ground ball left side, could be two. Bregman to second, and their second double play of the day will end the fourth. New inning getting started. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Pete Crow Armstrong. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
All over that one right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
So here's Horner now. Runner on the move. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Brings it in. One away. One out man at first. Here's the left fielder, Ian Happ. Quick toss to first. Crow Armstrong dives back in safely. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball one. They try another pitch out. McLean, a 6'2" righty, 24 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2023.
Hey!
Man at first, one away. That one finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Runner on the go. Pitches high. Throw to second. Save. This one in the air, center field. Robert under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he gets to third safely. Moving up on the fly out. And there are 2 gone. High leverage spot. And here is Seiya Suzuki. That misses. Ball one. Just off the inside edge.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
3-0 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just
taking over on the mound for the Mets, Ryan Hudson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking.
Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Caught in a rundown now. He was caught in between there, and they'll tag him out the baseline. Now it's Marcus Semien. He's 0 for 1.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Carson Bench will hit next. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And first offering is fouled off. Way out front for strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
In the dirt. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout.
You're best when you let the game come to you. Tried to make too much happen right there. Not his best at bat.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. You can kiss it goodbye. He muscles that one out of here. Back to the top of the Mets order. Stepping in the long ball threat, Francisco Lindor. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That one misses, and the count is 3-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. They do it again. Back-to-back homers, and they cut into the depth. That one, new arm out of the bullpen, Caleb Thielbar. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's Juan Soto.
Nope, that's away.
That catches the outside corner. And the count 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And that is downstairs. Now 2-2. Soto swinging a drive. Deep right field. That one carrying. Too high. What does that mean, too high? Who cares? It's gone. They've hit another. And we are all tied up. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 1 for 2. Foul ball. Tied at 4. And a foul ball. Fights it off. You'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
This one in the air right field. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in Queens, all set for the top of the 6th.
On the mound, he's looking to keep momentum on their side with a quick inning. Keep those runs they just scored in the bank instead of handing them right back. Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Soto really on his horse for it. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Cut on and miss, struck him out. One gone here.
For the Cubs, third baseman.
Now it's Alex Bregman. And that skips in the dirt.
Ball 2.
All tied up, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Off the plate, ball 3. Oh, look at the stop. To first. In the dirt, he picks it. And that's a great play. Dansby Swanson stands in. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Ballesteros in the box now. Takes strike 1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 2. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. 2 down, go-ahead run in scoring position. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the Cubs.
So digging in, Carson Kelly. Luke Weaver into the game. Swanson over at second. Ballesteros on at first with 2 down. That's off the mark, and the count even 1-1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. Back here in Citi Field. Well, we go bottom 6. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Colin Ray. Swing and a high fly ball left field. 1 down. So now the DH spot, Brett Beatty.
That's out the corner. That's a ball.
Ripped on a line to center. 2 down. And now it's Luis Robert. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Late on that fastball.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Out towards right center field. Brings it in. And that is that. Top of inning number 7. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Pete Crow Armstrong.
You know, these Cubs, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Lindor takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ground ball. And 2 away to start the 7th. Ian Happ getting ready to hit.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on.
No, that's a ball.
Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
The right-hander gives up the two-out walk. And a go-ahead run is on base. Now the Cubs' four-hole hitter, Seiya Suzuki. He's 0 for 1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Started after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. No swing. Tied at 4. Right through there for a strike. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A 2-run blast. And they jump in front in the 7th. It's 6-4. So 2 down. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch.
0-1.
In the air, left field. Soto under it. And that is that.
I'm a bold one, I'm a true one, big dream one, resolute one, big plays, I ain't never scared of you one.
Back here in Queens, bottom of the 7th, Marcus Semien up now for the Mets.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
In the air to left center, Happ on his horse. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Now it's the right fielder, Carson Bench. And that one is lifted in the air. Takes it in for the out. Francisco Alvarez digs in now.
Ball, slow.
The Cubbies leading by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. On the ground to third. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Back here at Citi Field for the top of the 8th. Here's Alex Bregman.
No, that's low.
Pitch in the dirt, and the count now 2-0. That one fouled off. The count 2-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And now 2-2. He goes down looking. And now it's Dansby Swanson. 1 for 3. New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Oscar Brazoban. On the corner for a strike. And it's 1-1. Brazoban, in his 3rd season, he features a changeup, a sinker, a cutter, and he works in a 4-seamer. On the ground to short. Lindor on to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Now it's the DH, Moises Ballesteros. And he hits a ground ball right side, Semien. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here in Queens. Bottom of the 8th. A new arm into the game. The righty, Phil Maton.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Out to center field. That's well struck. That one back there. Too high. What does that mean, too high? Who cares? It's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. Here's Juan Soto.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That one lifted to left. Hat flying after this one. And there's one down. So up next, Bichette, known for his late inning heroics. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Looking to get the tying run on base. On the ground to third. Slings to first in time.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Polanco in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Next pitch is outside. That clips the corner. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. We go to the ninth. Now the Cubs catcher, Carson Kelly.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Ripped to third. Fires over to first. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth. Back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass.
Ball one.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. That one is cut on and missed. Looked like a changeup.
Really good changeup.
Tap foul at the plate. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one missed. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Tosses to first. Two quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. Two down, bases empty. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
And that's a check swing and a ball in the dirt. And it's 2-1. Out to short. Lindor. On to first. And that's the inning. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Hunter Harvey.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Off the mark there. Ball one. In the air, right field. And there's one down. So here's Robert now. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out.
Robert Jr.
Just missed. The Cubs trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Simeon, the next to hit, takes outside. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
There you go. Winning run is aboard with one down. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
So digging in, Carson Benj. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And fouled off. Two on, one out. That's inside.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
In the air to left center. Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. Brings it in, and there's 2 away. So last chance. Mets. Here's the cat. Daniel Palencia comes out trying to close it out.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Pitch misses. 2-1. On the ground, Bregman handles. Throw to first, ball game. And the Cubs hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
6-5 the final here today. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.